Good afternoon, let's jump it up, John. This is Betty Intruder. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Well, last time we started to narrow down our list of suspects, which is we now know that somebody in the hotel right here was paying assassins to take me out, and that is not so many people. Okay, there's only so many people that live in the hotel. Yeah, my Dr. Goodnight theory is still holding on for the time being. But for today, we're heading into the Safari Zone. We've got a bellhop to find, and indeed, the Prophet of Profitability. Okay, that does look a tiny bit like a corpse. But I'm going to work under the assumption he had, you know, some good evidence on him, and we could just pick that off his corpse. So that's going to be A-okay. And yeah, we got ourselves a nice little terror ray, though they are gassy terror rays, so just take you out. Good little shot right over there. Fortunately, yes, this gun is silent, so let's just take you out too. Lovely. Okay, there's quite a lot going on the old compass, but it's... Ooh, there might be a little mini dungeon down under here. If I was to blow this up, would it by any chance open up a... It would not, dear oh dear. So, okay, Owens, what have you got? And an invoice. Okay, drinks, food, recently fulfilled request for a fresh terror ray biogland from one Spencer. Okay, that's the same poison we found in his own drink, so he was the one that ordered the poison. He, like, poisoned himself. Okay, we'll need to dig into that. And here we go. There's a tiny mine under here, so frenzied host. Okay, probably best we just take out a handful of them. And no. No, you don't. And there's a rupturing host somewhere. Right, I'm guessing you're planning to, yes, burst or something. Would somebody like to just get down over there and... Never mind, we already killed plenty of them. There is a lot of noise, mind. Yeah, there's a lot of noise. Okay, someone go over there and just, like, kick that guy. Please go and kick that guy. There we go. In you go, Felix. Job flipping done. Right, seems to be a big old pile of them down over here. So just send in the companions, pick these guys apart. Should not be a problem. Marvellous. There were actually more parasites here than there were humans, which suggests something odd is going on here. We might be going into a bit of a Resident Evil 4, where the parasites came from underground. They were, like, dug up, and that's how they, woke up in the first place. Okay, all a bit on the, unusual side here. Maybe they were going underground, because, yeah, that's where terror rays, like, hibernate, or something. And, yeah, that place is locked up. But, hole in the side. Tell Dr. Blossom we found more of these specimens. Okay, I got it completely right. They found these specimens buried underground. The specimens started waking up, infecting people around them. Dr. Blossom wanted to see them, and then things started getting out of hand. And we've also got, on the way... Okay. Someone had been... Ah! Have you guys been doing, like, you know, some form of racing down over here? Because, I mean, under the circumstances, bad decision. Alright, we got enemies about here, but they're only canids. I think we're all A-okay, so just knock you down, buddy. And, oh yeah, you guys were just doing little races down this track, and basically... Oh, not just a race with a ramp on it. Okay, I see. And it didn't end well for you. In fact, you know, there's only so many ways this could have gone well.
This is Silvio Tran, setting a new record for the Grand Colonial Bellhops Laundry Cart League. If you're listening to this, you're listening to history. And Daltrey, as we agreed, when I win, you're scraping terror ray shit off the windows for the rest of your contract. And you can stow the fear of heights routine, because there's no way you're weaseling out of that, pal. Here goes. That's... Move the box! No, not... No!
I mean, okay, he ended up dead, but to my mind it could have ended up worse. Like, falling to your death in a gas giant, that seems, you know, that seems even worse. Right there, then again, I'm not sure... I mean, what happens if you fall to your death in a gas giant? You just suffocate if there's no oxygen, except, hang on, is there oxygen? I mean, there's oxygen. Okay, in general, this wasn't going to end well for these guys. Got it. Oh, and I see. He crashed into this, that knocked it open, the dogs got released, and the dogs ate everyone. Okay, I've solved yet another murder. Marvellous. So yeah, if I want to go and find the Prophet of Profitability, just follow the path around over in this direction to the big building. But there's also a whole bunch of stuff off the beaten track, especially to the left over here. So, okay, let's see what we got. Because I'm guessing it ain't all woolly cows and cuddles. Though, you know, while I'm walking past a woolly cow, obviously I will be giving it a cuddle.
Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about?
I have not, but I'd be happy to go for a loopsie for it if you'd like.
3 legs, conical body, wearing a worker's hat, woefully unsuited for combat.
Okay, watch out for the hat. If I find it, I'll bring it back.
Her main purpose is cacao milking, but the only cacaos in the reserve are close. Without a directive, she shouldn't have had reason to wander away from the milking area.
Okay, potentially, yeah. Why is she wandered off away from her directive? So, okay, hopefully she's not milking anything else. All other beast milk is toxic, or bad programming parameters. So, could be chasing canids, or worse.
That's what I was afraid of. You sound like you know your way around the mechanical mind.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out. If we run into a robot wearing a hat, send it back in this direction. Okay, and a couple of people over here as well.
We, misplaced some people on our last tour. Misplaced them in the maws of some local predators. Now we're stuck here wondering how to get their room keys.
Okay, so you got guests eaten by beasts, and I'm guessing, yes, the company considers the keys more valuable than the people. Gotcha.
Hey, we all got our priorities. Not worrying about those keys ain't gonna bring their owners back from the dead. Anyway, the sooner we get those keys back, the sooner we can make it look like the ex-guests checked out early.
Okay, you're very open about your cover-up. Marvelous.
I mean, the dangers were all listed in fine print on the waivers they signed. Least they can do is not destroy our reputation when they get themselves killed. We knew sooner or later this was gonna happen. We've got some hush money tucked away. If you can get those keys for us, it's all yours.
Don't you, need the hush money for their families or something? Because, okay, fine. I'll go find some, corpses, buy some dogs or something. Okay, looks like, yes, the lost little milk mech is over in this direction, out into the wilderness. But there's a whole bunch of buildings over here. So, sure, I see no reason why we wouldn't want to explore over here. Off the beaten track a little bit. So, okay, there's a canid. There's another mega canid, which I kind of thought was a big deal, but maybe not. And yep, there's the hat. Okay, so we got confirmation on who we're looking for here. Now just take out the basic. That should be nice and quiet. Good, like in this here silenced weapon. And I'm level 36. Okay, probably time to blind you. And then, never mind. Mega canids just ain't what they used to be. Marvellous. So, just, stop you guys. And in a moment we'll take out the other one and just give him a nice kick in the face. That should knock him down. Lovely. He appears to be dead. So, we've taken out the dogs. You going home now, by the way, buddy?
No cacaos detected nearby. Returning to slug maintenance worker.
Okay, I think we've solved that using the murder strategy, which, given the dogs were going to attack me, not sure how else we'd have done it, but, okay, path of least resistance, job done. And you know what? I'd like to get Persuade up to, yes, 150 once I've stacked everything on top of everything else. So let's get that into play, just in case we need that, right at the end. Other than that, might be worthwhile giving myself just a tiny bit more in the way of, crit chance. Ooh, and bonus to quiet weapons, you say? Oh yeah, that'll flip and do the job. So any weapon with a silencer, 25% bonus damage. That's pretty good, because I'm enjoying this here rifle. Now, while we're in the middle of, nowhere, yeah, old, abandoned, overgrown buildings. Okay, there's a camp up here, so somebody was living a little bit more off-grid in this part of the world, and plasma propulsion pack. Not 100% sure I know what that is. That's a unique weapon, because it kind of looked weapony to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. So, okay. How does that compare to my existing Gibble? So I've got a plasma launcher, which is, yes, a great big burn energy up to 2,200 damage. This is high DPS, so, okay, I'm not thrilled. I'm not sure that's good, to be honest. Though as for who these people were, no clues as far as I can tell. Can't get inside this building from any direction. No notes. No anything. Somebody was just living, you know, in the preserve, off the grid. So, okay. Might need to keep an eye out for any more signs of habitation that's probably a bit off the books. Ah, maybe not unofficial. Rizzo's Hunter. So yeah, have a wildlife preserve right here, and then used as a source of fresh meat. So some people just stay out in this direction. No trouble whatsoever. Good. No need to pick a fight with these guys. Something over here. And, oh, Mantisaur. And also, swarms. Okay, that's just a drone, but at this range, should be able to just pick it off and take you out. Now, someone else is a little bit annoyed about life, but that's all absolutely fine, because we're just going to... Excuse me. We're going to blind you, then I'm going to kick you in the face. Good. Good, 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 good. Now just lay down a little bit of, yes, damage over time to the swarm, because that's going to stagger it. And that should be A-okay. Would someone mind hitting it with a hammer? Nice splash on the hammer. That should do some good work. And, yep, the swarm's going to be in trouble momentarily, though. The scope on this thing makes it a little bit inappropriate. So, anytime you guys are ready, just take a bit of, you know, hit at the swarm. Lovely. Sorry, there's a... Oh, sorry. Apparently everyone's a bit on the dead side. Just zoom in on you, please. And go! That should be you dead, right? Okay, these guys are a little bit tougher than I was expecting. But I think that should be your lot, right? We golden? Yes, we're golden, though. Okay, keep your eyes open. Mantisaur's around here. Beard on the tough side. There we go. Got a nice high ground position coming up on an encampment. Kind of just broke my leg there, but, you know, it grows back in a second, so it'll be fine. Okay. Someone's put together some form of improvised palisade by the looks of it. So, there's a path here, but not a proper road. Hello over there, Cyrus. I want to be friends. Unless, like, you've got something valuable and you won't give it to me, then I am going to murder you, yes.
I don't know what it is you're looking for, stranger, but I reckon you better get. I've had about enough of you and your ilk coming by with your searching questions and expectant looks. I know you with those void-damned hunters, and I know what you want. Well, you ain't getting it.
Oh, he's got something valuable. Kill him right now. But no, I come in peace, let's be friends.
Nobody ever visits just because they want to gab with old Cyrus. No, they either want to poach me out of my land or poach me out of my best friend.
Okay, tell me more about the best friends.
Ha! No, Kelly ain't no toss bowler, though. I reckon she could put the toughest players to shame. It's good having someone like that around. She ain't the brightest bulb, but... can't say I'd have much reason sticking it out in this wilderness without her.
Okay, so I'm guessing the hunters want him gone, and the peaceful way to do that might be steal whatever Callie is, precisely. Then he won't stick around. Alternatively, I have to persuade the hunters to naff off and leave him alone. Gotcha. So, okay, what's the problem here? Why are you fighting? Because it's a big reserve. You could just share it.
Damn straight there are. Wish I could go show 'em what for, but I'm old. And I gotta make sure I don't get Callie into no trouble. Two of us have lived on the reserve for years. Every so often, someone comes by trying to steal our land grant and evict us. We hold our own, but it's mighty agitating.
Okay, I could help you. No trouble there, but I would like to know what Callie is precisely.
Cal! You hear that? We're finally getting some help!
Oh!
I didn't know primals could be pets. This changes everything.
Hey, I think she likes you.
Okay, so if I kill the primal, then he'll leave, hunters get what they want. But no, if he wants to hang out with his primal, then that's fine. Oh, Callie is in Caliban, the monster in the Tempest. Okay, well, you are adorable, buddy, though a little bit Little bit glitchy. It's got to be said. Your animations are hardly the smoothest things in the world. So, okay. I'm inclined to let this guy and his little farm and his chickens and his giant primal just live in peace. Alright, I'm very well inclined towards him. That's no trouble at all. Alright, guys, how about... Ooh, there's someone else here all of a sudden. Hello there. Oh, gosh darn it, I need Intimidate. Okay, I'm not so good at Intimidate, so... Okay, let's say he sent me to kill you. How would we stop that happening?
Certainly. I pay better.
So, okay, let's hear the offer at least.
Your employer is an ex-Rizzo's employee who defected to Slug. He's currently in possession of a land grant that is rightfully ours. You cross him off and grab us that land grant, I'll see you rewarded. Handsomely.
Okay, no witnesses, no problem. Let's go, guys. Okay, I may have slightly picked that fight, yeah, too close up, actually. Okay. But on the other hand, I could just nip back to the penthouse. There's gotta be some companions who could help me out with the old Intimidate. Here we go. Sam and Max don't often travel with those guys, but they've both got Intimidate on them. Okay, how about you guys just naff off, because now I've got a robot and a priest.
A threat? Seems you've forgotten you're outnumbered. Safety's off, everyone. Seems our prey has wandered to us.
Oh, this might not go as well as I was, hoping, actually. Right, so I might be about to get shot again. So, okay, maybe we just snipe them from a distance, because up close and personal, not a good idea for me. Fine, so that Intimidate was useless. Okay, back off, back off, back off. Just stagger her, and then stagger him, and then get into flipping cover. Get into flipping cover, bloody hell, get into... Okay, this is definitely a bit of a tricky one, actually. Oh, John, you know what might help? Wearing armor. Armor might help in theory, yes. Yep, all together, all together, all together. Boom, that'll do you guys pretty nice. Okay, so now, activate special abilities, whatever they are. Okay, he's got a special acid splash. Everyone nice and dead for the time being. Also, I remembered why I don't travel around with Sam for the most part. I'm actually scared of robots, as it says in the top left there. So, I'm actually currently, yes, suffering from penalties to my stats because I'm scared of my own companion. Marvelous.
Ah! Oh, me almighty, you know how to bolster an old man's spirits. Oh, thank you kindly, stranger. Oh, you're right, Cal. How could I forget? Oh, here's a reward for your trouble.
Okay, I just got the pen. Okay, it's a shotgun, so 133 times 8 with the effect of knockdown. Okay, so right now I'm doing 214 times 8 with a whole bunch of... Okay, that just feels like a normal shotgun you put a name on. Because, yeah, that's just a level 3 shotgun. But my shotgun is a higher level, but even then, that's... I'm not convinced that's actually good in any particularly meaningful way. Yeah, we're breaking that straight down for parts. Okay, couple more Mantisaur drones up ahead. Blind you and finish you off. And there's another one of you guys. And, you know what? You guys go keep them busy, please. Keep them busy. I really should give you guys better weapons, by the way, because I'm pretty sure you've got trash on you right now. But actually, you know what? No, you don't. You want to come at me? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot about the Taste the Pain bow gun. The Taste the Pain bow gun works pretty well against large enemies trying to walk at me. That actually works just fine. Never mind. We've also got ourselves a big old ship of some description. Aha! Mining thing. Gotcha.
What is this? Another soul willing to brave the dangers of the wilderness? How thrilling to find my paramour out here in the wilds. Virgil Henderson at your service. Board surprise auditor and 5th finest shot this side of Halcyon. Delighted to meet you.
Okay, bureaucrat and hunter all in one. Marvelous.
I'm here to conduct a surprise audit of the local holy caves, Rizzo's lone leased property in the reserve. It is rather notedly empty. Worse, it seems the evacuation occurred without anyone filing the proper emergency paperwork. Tut-tut.
Okay, Rizzo's cave, nobody there. And you're going to audit the nobody or something.
All Rizzo's facilities require consistent logging of work conditions. I suspect there will be information regarding the bunker during its prime, should I look into the right places. With all this in mind, there is a small issue. I actually conducted an investigation of this facility several years ago. Since my biometric data might still be registered, it's possible that my entering the facility would not be legally classified a surprise. It's a puzzle, to be sure.
Okay, you want me to go in and investigate this bunker, see what's going on, don't you?
I may be able to hire you, but let me ask you a question to see if you're fit to represent me first. How much do you know about free market economics?
So much. So damn much. The market's only free because I haven't killed everyone in it yet. Okay, so maybe just go for the intelligent option.
That's a sufficient amount of market knowledge indeed. I knew you were the right person for the job. Head into the holy caves and see what you can find. Keep your eyes open for journals, terminals, data pads, anything that might contain info about the operation. I'm counting on you.
The Caves of Zeal. Okay, so underground on this island, this is where the parasites came from. So, potentially, yeah, this could be the source of everything. A cave system deep underground in this part of the world. Okay, before we go in though, just around the corner and down from the big old thing, whatever this is, yeah, we got a locked door, but with this team, I can't get inside. Right, guys, I think it's time for you to go. Oh, guys, it's nice to have you back. So how about we just, yes, open this here nice, mysterious, locked door out in the wilderness. And, okay, that gets me Exploration Authority suit. Oh, no, that's not bad. 75 armor, but more importantly, all tech skills are up by 15. That's actually pretty darn useful. Yes, if I need some science, engineering, or medical up, that's decent. Okay, that's worth it just for the plus 15. I'm glad we came for that. Okay, 3 bits of information to get. Don't seem too far away, so the place is hardly excessively large. I feel like we're walking into, yes, with this colour scheme, blue and purple. This is where they came from, isn't it? So, warm her up and... Yep, it's a canid host, that's fine. So just some controlled, never mind, don't control burst, just open fire. Right, maybe also give myself a little bit of healing while I fall back. Yeah, parasite spawning. Alright, we got the parasites in this part of the world and many bones too. We got a fair whack at them. Yeah, we're getting into many of them, actually. And no, you don't, Mega Canid host. Felix, get in there. Just keep him distracted for a second. As for this guy, there we go. Nice hammering for him. He goes down. The parasites are, guys, I'm kind of trapped in a corner, guys. I'm also in a bit of trouble, actually. I shouldn't have done it. I think my mistake here is not just basically beginning to fire the mega gun and then retreating. Because I think the mega gun, then retreating, and just getting Felix to drop kick anything that gets too close to me. I feel like that's the option. Because that's a dead mega canid, there's a dead host, and then anything gets too close just gets hammered. And then we're reloaded. You're going down, just look at that. Once they're down on the ground, they're screwed. And then in a moment, we will be in a bit of, excuse me, down you go, buddy. Then it should be just the actual bugs. Once it's just the bugs, we're golden. Because the bugs are nothing. They rely on their hosts. Okay, survey number 1. I'm guessing this was the first exposure to... Yes. So, Iridamium gigaseus. I'm pretty sure that was the same name the doctor used to refer to these things as well. Okay, some information we already know. But, crucially down the bottom there seems to be no upper limit to the size of these parasites. I theorise these caverns may have housed a particularly large specimen. I think we found the queen. Okay, note 2 just around the corner up from the area I was already in. So, okay, this is interesting. Parasites would imply a rich biological diversity, and yet, yes, this is just a couple of rocks that have been placed in orbit around a gas giant. So, Eridanos, hostile to all life forms. So, The theory is not endemic to Eridanos, was created in the organic waste of the same terraforming system. Okay, terraforming system. That's the place where we got the GAC previously. So, interesting. Potentially that's the actual original source anyway. Oh, we've got an elevator taking me down to... Oh, we found her. We found the big one. She's down in the basement with the final notes. Alright, there's definitely noise and bad stuff going on in this part of the world. Don't need any of that whatsoever. Just be ready for trouble and frenzy toast. Okay, we're going to have some folks protecting their queen, I'm guessing. So we got ourselves... Hello over there! You're going to try and explode with your creepy old smiley face, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to. Okay, meanwhile we got a terminal in here that's got itself a whole bunch of stuff. With hack, we can try and isolate a passcode of some description. So, okay, we got a passcode... Caval 4620. Okay. Memorised that. My hack skill has given me a passcode for something. Wouldn't mind another workbench. Yeah, the problem with this gun is it gets low condition fast. And on the terminal round the corner, okay, we're backing up my theory here. Why were there giant sprats inside the cages in, the port? The sprat is completely incompatible with the parasite, just as I theorised before. So, okay. Potentially, that's the solution. Then again, I say solution. That's the solution if you want to drug everybody without them turning into, smiling monsters. Which we shouldn't be encouraging because bad news. And the final note is just poetry about smiling. So, okay. Then everybody got themselves a bit on the infected side, though. Where's the queen? Penitent disciples. Okay, I think I may have found some survivors who appear to have converted this whole situation into a religion. Well, we got ourselves a workbench, which is nice, and, right, everyone's guns away for the time being, perhaps. Hello, how are you?
By imagining wealth, I can evoke prosperity out of the universe.
The prophet says to purge the mind of truth, that her truth is the only truth. Facts serve no purpose in the pursuit of profit.
Oh, this is where the bloody Prophet of Profitability lives then. Gotcha. Hello, are you the prophet by any chance? No, but you do have a name.
Hello, welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's private prosperity retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. Least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
Right, the Prophet. Fill me in a bit here, because I haven't actually met her yet.
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
Okay, this is blatantly a grift and you are an idiot. Got it. So, yeah, tell me about this here retreat.
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out, or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Okay, I'm gonna work under the assumption all these idiots around you have paid a ludicrous amount of money to squat in a cave and, like, occasionally stand in some smoke or some steam, because, oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, gotcha. Okay, let's get to the point here. The feud between Helen and the Prophets.
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Alright, fill me in. Although I'm guessing it's Spencer, we know he was an adherent.
Oh, you must have misheard me. I said high profile, not had profile. Mr. Woolrich comes by much too often to be worth mentioning.
Okay, so, hang on. Who are you talking about then?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Okay, now, if she went missing overnight, then someone shows up, has a word with her, tells her to kill Helen, she goes and kills Helen, and she's got the money to make the rest of this happen. So, okay, what about you, just out of interest?
I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
Okay, right, got it. Not you, and you all have alibis for each other, but the Prophet goes missing at the time of the murder.
I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
Okay. Well, it's not Helen because she ended up in the ballroom, unless, of course, she was taking her to the ballroom. How are you so certain it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
Okay, this is, yeah, I feel like you were burying the lead there a little bit.
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately. But if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
It's not happening, Aaliyah. You've been taken in by the grift, same as everyone else. Oh, she's right here. Okay, so I may have just slightly stumbled upon the Prophet of Profitability. Didn't really mean to, but before we speak to her, let's see if we can find that mysterious sack. And this brings me out to... Aha! Next to that big tower. So there's a shortcut right here next to the big tower. Good, 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 good. Right, so I'm guessing now we can follow her footsteps. So we're going to be wanting to do that first. Ah, no footsteps, but shape of a body. She left the body here to be eaten by raptidons. Gotcha. May as well get that confirmed, though.
Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours, scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Okay, so, yeah, this person didn't get up, and, ooh, no evidence of it being torn apart either. That's interesting.
Agreed. Likely theory, individual injured was unconscious, not dead, and walked away after awakening.
Ah, in which case, let's find some more footsteps. Unfortunately, it would appear there are no more. Okay, so, yeah, their footsteps just sort of weren't distinctive or something. By the way, you guys are going down too, because you just sort of are, okay, sorry. And yeah, see how this area fits together. So there's little, like, biomes. This here is, yeah, the deserty area. So how about we just get in over here, grab ourselves a key, and we don't need to kill these innocent creatures. They're all absolutely fine, no trouble whatsoever. In, out, lovely. Because I don't need to necessarily kill everything. Just most things will be fine. Okay, while I'm outside as well, yep, turn in the notes to this chappie.
Parasites, caves, thought control. He did what now? Well, it doesn't look like any of this is in violation, but it is disturbing. And disturbing a surprised auditor is as foul as failing to file proper paperwork. Rizzos shall pay dividends for my psychological damage. Here's your reward, my friend. Your contributions to the field of surprise auditing shall not go forgotten.
You know what? I like your voice, I like your moustache, so I regret nothing. Now, time to go and toss the, well, I was about to say corpse, but no, not corpse. Body, at the bare minimum, in the face of the Prophet of Profitability. Okay, Prophet, or Jasmine, as I think your actual name is, me and you need to have a little bit of a chat here. Hang on, first we've got crime to be investigated. What's the crime? There might be something else here first.
Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning. Ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
Okay, she's just got people drugged up a bit, fair enough, and yes, please analyse if you'd be so kind.
Analyzing. Complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
Okay, nothing desperately... Aha! Lick the herbs, yes! Less bitter than I would have expected, woodsy, with a singed aftertaste. Marvellous. Okay, so she's drugging people, which we kind of already figured, but okay, let's just have a nice chat with her.
Fruitful and productive welcome, sister. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
Okay, so you've got a lot of things to answer for. Like, say, meeting with the victim shortly before she died, dragging a corpse which somebody witnessed, then, well, not corpse, and then leaving a body very close by to raptidons, a little bit on the, suspicious side.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, sister. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
No, 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 no. Actually, heavier load. Body. Followed it. Found it.
I'd say that I have a lot of clothing, but I think you already know that we prophets only have a moderate amount of worldly possessions. I had a visitor, yes, but as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
Okay, so they just got drugged, you dragged them outside, though that's more than a bit suspicious.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
Admittedly, nothing, but yeah, it looked like a body.
That all sounds like hearsay, sister. Perhaps your humors are off balance and confusing your sense of justice. Perhaps you could use a seminar. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, sister. How might I assist?
Okay, you weren't my primary suspect before today, but you're rapidly moving up the list here. Okay, let's get into the meat of it here. Did you contact Helen after you left the Grand Colonial? Because I've got a witness saying she did.
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Okay, 1, I've seen an email, and 2, I'm pretty sure someone at the orchard saw you two walking together, but I can't toss that in her face right now.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
But okay, alibis, because your friend outside said you were missing after a mysterious client showed up.
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
Okay, so even though I have several bits of counter-evidence, on this occasion, sadly, I can't toss them in her face. Aha! Because first I need to investigate the alibi, though, to be honest, I feel like I already know about that, but apparently it's on, a terminal. Okay, there's more terminaling I need to do first. Okay, number 1. The drugs come from someone called Lee Whitaker, and in a strong enough dose, they could kill. And as for Helen, yeah, as we kind of got the hint of from Norville, she never really meant to pick a fight with the Prophet at all. She just said, I don't really use the Prophet's services myself, and people ran with it from there. So she felt a bit bad, and so she said, actually, you know what? I'll be willing to give it a go. Let me come along. And that's got to be the special guest. And presumably, therefore, if that's the special guest, that's the body. Helen was here, took the drugs, took a few too many, the Prophet panicked, dragged her out into the waste, but she didn't die there. She somehow staggered away.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Ooh. Okay. So, she's just confessed, but that's not it. This might explain the poison in her system. It might have been different poisons. Helen's poison was these here drugs. Spencer's poison was the terror ray stuff he himself asked for. Because, I don't know, he enjoys getting a bit high on terror ray juice, because plenty of people can enjoy substances that, if enjoyed incorrectly, can end up killing you by mistake. So, that might all fit together rather nicely, and, yeah, if she didn't have any wounds in her, then she wasn't dead. She walked it off. You just think you killed her.
No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen, and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
And yes, under the circumstances, whether or not you did it, just like Bertie, it's probably best you go to prison for your own protection.
Even if you think I'm mad, it doesn't matter. None of this does. Yes, I think that's smart.
Okay, so we've now arrested 2 people who were pretty confident didn't do it, but sooner or later we'll have arrested everybody. Then, by default, we must have captured the killer. Okay, time to start turning all this in. Right, nothing major from them, 750 bits, and also a bit of reputation with sublights. And turn in the robot, that's a bit more reputation, so, okay, if I do all these little mini-quests, there might be some form of reputation resolution to this whole business if things eventually get a bit nasty with Slug here. Okay, next up, we need to chat to Spencer. So start off with, yes, the basics here. What did you want gland for? Because it's the same poison as is in your drink.
What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's, an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror ray glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
More crucially, what did you put in Helen's food? Because I've seen the footage.
Tampering? No. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
Okay, cut this. I flipping saw you putting something in the food, and on top of that, yeah, you were just telling me you didn't have much of an appetite because you were doing drugs to suppress it.
Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
Okay, so you were lying about being poisoned yourself, potentially?
Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terror glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process.
Okay, but why? Why did you do this?
I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
Okay, not my flipping problem. So, you poisoned her, but didn't mean to kill her, and you didn't kill her. No, I'm telling him the truth. Okay, so, need to catch up with the administrator. I've now got 2 people who did something that put her at risk, but they didn't kill her. Not with the methods we're discussing, anyway. So, Spencer has confessed he's the one that poisoned her, but poison didn't kill her.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
And no. Let's just talk about Jasmine for the time being.
Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The Prophet business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
And yes, indeed, she's desperate to be arrested. She's a fraudulent cheat, or she's in over her head. Honestly, kind of all of the above. So let's just say, yeah, she just wants to be arrested.
That's not the kind of behavior I expect from a suspect. Perhaps she's carrying a guilty conscience. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
No, not really. I doubt it, to be honest. But then, if I absolutely have to pin it on somebody, she'd be a good candidate given she specifically wants to confess.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
Okay, so I don't know who did it just yet, but we're making flipping progress. But we're getting there. At this point, if I think I've found the person, I can just accuse them, but definitely don't want to be doing that yet, because King Cannon. Now, he's the one pulling all the purse strings around here, and a lot of people are being paid a lot of money, a lot of expensive equipment is being used. Potentially, he's a very, very strong candidate indeed. So, okay. I would say that is enough for now, but we are coming up on the end here. We're running out of flipping suspects. So, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be speaking to King Cannon. We're going to be figuring out whether he did it. I'm still betting it was the bloody doctor. By the way, I've just got a bit of a feeling on this one. And yes, indeed, I'm assuming we're going to have some form of big dramatic showdown in the factory, because it's the one place we haven't been yet. So, join me for that tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The grand finale coming up very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been The Outer Worlds. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on. There's more yet, though. I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.